This is the Philippines. Blue water, white sand beaches, coral reefs. It's an island paradise. But even in a place like this, there are major issues, like child trafficking. Luckily, we know an organization that's tackling the problem. It's an organization that we started giving to years ago because we loved their approach of healing in a holistic way.
You know, and I think oftentimes when you're faced with an immense issue, human rights abuse or whatever, it's really easy to give in to despair.
Sure.
You know, I mean,
it's a heavy subject.
Oh, it is. Yeah. And it seems so insurmountable, right? And so personally, myself and my wife, we've always had a heart for children, specifically vulnerable children. And so when we started hearing about the trafficking and exploitation of children, I just thought, this is crazy. We connected with another organization made up of criminal investigators and lawyers who go into places where children are being exploited and sold. They said, hey, if you're going to actually talk about this, you really want to understand it. They were in the middle of this investigation in a particular brothel in this one city. So they said, hey, we're going in tonight. Do you want to see? I remember the thing that so took my breath away in that moment was the looks in the eyes of these kids. These kids looked completely like shut down. And all the kids had that sort of look, you know, on their faces, except for one girl. That face, those eyes, we'll never forget her number. Her number was 146. We have these categories we put people and we forget that these are real human beings. And for me, 146 represents a real human, she's a real human being. And I never want to forget that that's what we're fighting for. We're not fighting for a cause or an issue, we're fighting for kids. We started seeing one of the gaps was survivor care. And so who you'll meet today, we hired Dr. Velasco. She developed our survivor care program here that you're going to see today, which is just a remarkable and beautiful and wonderful life-giving program and place and home for children to really recover their childhoods again. One of our core values is listening. And so listening, first of all, to the key stakeholders, which are kids, finding out, instead of making assumptions of what we think these kids need, finding out what do you need. Another one of our core values as an organization is hope. The crazy beautiful thing is, I've learned this from children. These kids are aggressively taking their lives back. They're aggressively taking their childhoods back. They're not sitting crumpled up, all, you know, helpless and in despair and stuff. You'll see today. I mean, these are kids that, man, I want my childhood back.
We look after children who were in a difficult circumstance before they came here. Mm-hmm. They were exploited. We try to rehabilitate them here and give them a better life and facilitate a better future.
And what are the ways that you're kind of doing that and giving these kids a better future?
We have therapeutic approaches, and we also use the environment for their therapy.
I like this path here that kind of goes around. Does it just kind of go around through the whole garden?
Yes, and it symbolizes the desire to continue to tread the path toward productivity, fulfillment, and harmony.
Kind of, I see a fountain kind of behind us, and
that's the fish pond.
Oh, okay.
We have catfish there, and then beyond, there's the bee farm.
Oh, there's a bee farm as well.
Yes.
The kids raise the bees?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So these are the bees?
Yes.
And the kids don't seem too scared of them.
They are stingless honeybees.
Stingless
yes,
honeybees.
stingless.
Oh, wow. So they make their hives in here? They're so small.
Yes.
And do they like these flowers out here?
Yes. They make honey from these flowers. So we are out to prove something. When you provide supportive relationships and positive experiences, you can counteract the bad effects of their life circumstances. They take care of the gardens as well.
Oh, really?
Gives them a sense of accomplishment when plants grow and bear fruits.
So they're growing all of these out here?
Yes, yes.
Is there a favorite animal that the kids like to take care of?
Well, they take care of chickens, goats, fish, because when children are able to care for creatures that are weaker than they are, then they develop a sense of empowerment that they can do something about the weakness of other creatures. That is our method of career development. Like we have pictures here of different jobs, and then we ask the children to post their pictures on the job that they see themselves doing in the future.
Yeah. Have you seen any surprises of some of the jobs that they picked that kind of surprised you?
They have different choices, like some would like to be dancers in the future, some would like to be a pilot, some would like to be teachers, some would like to be politicians. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And we start their careers early because we believe that career is not a job, it's not just an education, it's not just a vocation. We believe that career is from birth to death. So even as early as 2 years old, they can dream of what they can be in the future.
The first thing you come into this home and you notice it is round, the round home. Why did you choose the round home?
Round home, it's round, no sharp corners. So there should be no sharpness in the behavior of the workers or the caregivers toward children. And that signifies the pervading approach that we have toward the child. One of respect, one of caring, one of love. No sharp corners. The rooms are around the center. Nobody feels left out in some far corner of the building. Everybody has equal access to the center of care. And we come full circle if they're able to do the same for others who are out there. If they have become liberators out of being victims, so they have transformed from victimhood to being liberators. We have taken the children to disaster areas to help the victims there. We have taken the children to the streets where they gave their old clothes and some food to the street children because they're longing to do that.
Well, thanks so much for sharing this home with us. It's been beyond an amazing experience for Matt and I. And
thank you for taking the time to visit us.
Yeah, we're humbled by it and beyond grateful to see the work that you're doing. So. To solve the problem as big as trafficking, you need comprehensive solutions, and that's exactly what Love 146 is doing here. So I encourage you to check out the link in the description to donate to Love 146 and continue their mission of caring and compassion. Are these the two that most are on your arm? These two little ones?
What?
Are they the ones that follow you the most?
I think all of them at one time or another.
Yeah.